came into the nation. But it didn't just come. You've got to understand, and I know that those who speak on Malcolm will bring it out. The FBI, the counterintelligence program of the United States government. I want to warn you, brothers and sisters, I know the hour is late, but don't you ever forget the role that the hidden hand of the U.S. government played in the destruction of black organizations and black leaders. Don't ever forget this. In the documents of the Freedom of Information Act of the Nation of Islam, they will tell you that J. Edgar Hoover worked night and day through agent provocateurs inside the nation to create.
Now, this is why, you know, we have to be careful of doing the bidding for the enemy, doing the enemy's work for them, right? Because we don't realize that we are a part of a conspiracy and don't even know it. So here's an FBI memo, a memorandum to Mr. Sullivan, right? And here's their observation. This is what they found out about the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Information obtained through highly confidential investigative techniques covering Elijah Muhammad has indicated he has fathered children by several of his female followers out of wedlock. This is what they say, out of wedlock, right? We have been attempting to develop corroborating evidence of this, which could be used to expose Elijah Muhammad's lack of character, right? They have been attempting to develop corroborating evidence of this, which could be used. The key word is to use this evidence to expose Elijah Muhammad's lack of character to members of the Nation of Islam. Right? So they want to use this evidence. They want to gather and collect evidence and use it to expose Elijah Muhammad's lack of character. They're trying to weaponize this information. Right? And it says, the Nation of Islam members are severely punished for engaging in extramarital activities. This incident indicates at least 2 of his mistresses are fed up. Through an investigation by the Chicago Police Department, we can bring this matter into the open. Look at the enemy's agenda. Through an investigation by the Chicago Police Department, we can bring this matter into the open, where exposure of these activities could be made without jeopardizing our highly placed sources. And later, blank and blank could be considered for interview to determine how far their dissatisfaction goes. The Chicago Police Department may find it propitious to interview these women, talking about Mother Lucille, Mother Evelyn. These women and information it obtains could be used to further expose Elijah Muhammad, right? And then there's when you read the whole thing, it talks about how they're going to do it. They're going to use anonymous letters and anonymous phone calls to spread this information. And later on, Wallace D. Muhammad takes this information and gives it to Brother Minister Malcolm X. So it was the enemy's plan when they learned about this through their informants to take the information and try to expose the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
I'm concerned about with what Dr. Wesley said, right? A lot of folks say that Elijah Muhammad married underage women. And I noticed when Wesley said that you didn't disagree with him. Is there a reason why you didn't disagree with him? Because there's a lot of people that push that narrative who don't like the Nation of Islam, but you are about the truth. So I said, let me ask you that question when you come on.
It's absolutely, they were underage. And the reason why I didn't take that approach is because I was more focused on disproving that.
He said, absolutely, right? That means there's no doubt. He said, absolutely, they were underage. There's no doubt when you use the word absolutely. Go ahead, Brother Kev.
Elijah Muhammad was basically Hugh Hefner. Because I didn't want to deviate, because if I say they were underage, the only way I can prove that is with birth certificates. And at that present time, I didn't have the ages in front of me to prove that they were underage. But now I got 4 or 5 accounts, as you guys will hear in the movie. It's just critical that we speak the truth. But I didn't have the information in front of me, because he could have easily disproved it by show me, prove it. And I would have said, well, I don't have it. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I didn't want to go down that road there. I wanted to, though. You know, Elijah Muhammad.
Somebody go talk to Mr. Fred Hawthorne. Mr. Hawthorne, why do you keep coming at the Nation of Islam with nothing? You come empty-handed, sir. We don't appreciate that, sir. So I gotta take you to school, man. I have to take you to school with love.
Let me ask you this. Do you have the proof right now that you could show us about the age stuff? Because somebody just asked in the chat.
Yeah, and I would suggest that you watch the film 9 Wives.
Okay. Here are the ages. I dare somebody try to prove me wrong. I dare you. I want you to tell me I'm lying. Right? Tell me I'm lying. Right? Sister Lucille Rosary Muhammad. Birth, November 30th, 1930. Her first child, Saudi Muhammad. Saudi was born January 17th, 1960. Mother Lucille was 30 years of age when she had Saudi. She's currently 90 years old. Mother Evelyn, July 8th, 1934. Believe me, all this has been cross-referenced. Evelyn Muhammad, July 8th, 1934. First child, Marie Muhammad, March 30th, 1960. She was 26 years of age. She's currently 87 years old. June Muhammad, July 25th, 1938. Her first child was Abdullah Yasin Muhammad, December 30th, 1960. She was 22 years old. She is currently 83 years of age. Sister Ola Muhammad, Mother Ola Muhammad, February 22nd, 1938. Her first child, Kamal Muhammad, April 24th, 1960. She was also 22 years of age. She is currently 83 years of age. Currently. Mother Tinetta Muhammad, May 10th, 1941. First child, Medea Muhammad, born 1963. She was 22 years of age. She would be 80 years old today. First child, Mother Bernique Kushmir Muhammad was born May 3rd, 1941. Her first child was Nima Kushmir Muhammad, born January 6, 1965. 24 years of age. She's currently 80 years old. And this at the bottom, it says, anyone claiming that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad had sexual relationships with these sisters when they were teenagers is ahistorical. Ahistorical mean that the history, the historical timeline is wrong. Their version of history is wrong. It doesn't even exist. Right? That's what ahistorical is. So anyone claiming that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad had sexual relationships with these sisters when they were teenagers is ahistorical and is not based in any facts or sound logic. It is pseudo. It's pseudo. You can't tell me that, oh, well, maybe he was sleeping with them when they were younger. They had sex before they had children. Where's the proof? Either source up or shut up. Quit making grandiose claims, but you can't provide grandiose evidence. Stop it. And no, you don't need a birth certificate. A birth certificate helps. But you don't need a birth certificate to find out how old somebody is on public record. And I'm going to give an example. So prove me wrong and tell me I'm lying.
And moreover than that, like I have the birth dates of the women. And that's why I'm able to dictate. The Nation of Islam has changed. The Nation of Islam has changed their birth certificates and scraped the internet of things. Moreover than that, like I have the birth dates of the women. And that's why I'm able to dictate. The Nation of Islam has changed. The Nation of Islam has changed their birth certificates and scraped the internet of things as.
Now, this man just told a bold-faced lie. This man said the Nation of Islam changed the birth certificates and we scraped the internet. But he has the actual true ages. Do y'all hear this, man? Y'all hear this madness? So exactly, Sister asked great question. So how did he get them if we changed them? Where did he get the original ages from? The original birthdays? And what he got is different from what we got. And if we did change the birth certificates, if we did scrape the internet for the birthdays, then who's the individuals who did it? I want to know who the hell did it. Let me know. Name them. See, that's what I'm saying. When you go back to the pseudoscience, people make grandiose claims without evidence. That didn't even make no damn sense. It really didn't make no damn sense for him to say that. If you have the ages, just say how old they were. Just tell us when the birthdays are. Name the children. When were the children born? Who are the wives? Who are these sisters? Name them. Come on, Brother Kev, let's go.
As such, so but I have the information. I've interviewed so many people as it pertains. I've traveled thousands of miles, did hundreds and interviews and or conversations. It took me 7 months to produce this film as it pertains to information. I could have done this movie just by looking at YouTube videos, but I think it was important that I sat in front of the people who are still alive. John Ali is still alive. He's 92 and 93 years old.
Now pause it. Now he gonna go to tell you and brag how many people he interviewed, all the places he traveled, but he'll never tell you at any moment he interviewed any of the sisters or he have interviewed any of their children. He hasn't interviewed none of the children, none of the sisters, but he interviewed everybody else. But if you want to know the truth, why not just come to the source? I mean, were they teenagers or not, man? I mean, if they were teenagers, show the receipts, man. Show the receipts, man. But the burden of proof ain't on us no more. The burden of proof is on y'all. So let's go. Here's what you do. You prove me wrong. You do that, and you come back and you talk to Brother Malcolm Flex. Prove me wrong and come back and talk to Brother Malcolm Flex. Because if you can't prove me wrong, again, don't even open your mouth to come for me. Don't even open your mouth to come for me. Because this ain't what you want. I'm passing out free smoke all day. And y'all know how I give it up. Y'all know how I give it up. I'm giving out free smoke. Y'all know how I give it up. Go back and go and get the information, prove me wrong, come back. Because Fred said that he had it, but he didn't present it. Fred said that we changed birth certificates and we scrubbed the internet. That's what Fred said. He said, we changed the birth certificates and we scrubbed the internet. How? Who the hell did that?
Sister Evelyn, would you just say a quick word? We only have 10 minutes on the satellite.
Assalamu alaikum. Brothers and sisters, I just want to say that all the years that I worked with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad before he asked me to be his wife, there was never any kind of out of turn words, no sexual harassment. He treated us with the highest form of dignity and respect. When he came to me and asked me to be his wife, he sat down, as our beloved Brother Minister Farrakhan said, and opened the Holy Quran to the place where it dealt with the wives. He loved his wife, Sister Clara Muhammad, and his children. But he said Allah was forcing him to do this for future generations. There's much I could say, but I want you to know that he was an honorable man. He is an honorable man, and he stood for the respect of all black women around the world.
This is his daughter from Sister Evelyn Muhammad, the one you saw in the movie that Evelyn was holding in her arm. This is the daughter. My son married this daughter and produced 6 children, 5 sons and 1 daughter, and these are the grandchildren of Elijah Muhammad and the grandchildren of Louis Farrakhan. They are brilliant, and I see in them the spark of their grandfather and their ages old great-grandparents, that they will be lights among the people. Sister Ola Muhammad, would you step forward, please? And where's your son? Come. This is her son, Kamal. Kamal is one of the first. Are you the first? He's the first? First son. Oh, he's the first son of the second generation. And this son was on the mercantile. What is it?
Chicago Mercantile Exchange.
Chicago Mercantile Exchange. How old were you when you were on there?
24.
24 years old. You just now about 20?
32.
32. 32 years. Now look at his face. Look at the light in him. Look at his mother. These are not cheap people. This is what God is doing. My brother Hannibal Afrique sits here. He's a student of African culture. You go to Africa, you see the chiefs. They got wives and they got children, and nobody's accusing the chief of being a cheap man in Africa, in Asia, and among all the societies of our people. Is that the truth, brother? Sister Ola, would you have a word?
Assalamu alaikum. I'd like to tell you that I agree and bear witness with Minister Farrakhan. I'm a south side of Chicago, raised and born. I work with you in the community. In daycare, I'm a registered nurse. I come and see many of you often. I bear witness that everything Elijah ever taught us about eating, cleaning, raising our children was truth. I am a product of the Interest School of Chicago, yet I could talk to scholars. I've raised my son as he instructed me to do, and I am quite pleased with the life that he has given to me over 40-something years. When I work on jobs and in the hospitals and communities with people, they think I'm 32. My son is 32. This is because of the great teaching that our messenger, my husband, brought to you, all of us. The wrong foods we eat raise the blood pressure, give you diabetes, high blood pressure. once you get high blood pressure, you're definitely going to have kidney failure and an early death. Elijah Muhammad said, drop that swine. It's making you ugly and it's killing you. Now we have Minister Louis Farrakhan picking up the banner.
Yes.
That's right.
Carrying on with this great teaching that we all need.
Yes.
Elijah gave him the keys.
That's right.
Malcolm never had enough knowledge to hold the keys. He did not have it. And I'm sorry to say, as my husband said, he died lost and a hypocrite. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you. Sister Ola Muhammad and the National Secretary of the Nation, the son of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and his wife is my daughter. Here she is. The blood have joined. Farrakhan and Muhammad have become one. That's what he wanted. That's what he has. Now, do we look like some crazy, silly, sick? No. These are righteous people. And having wives, which I wouldn't advise nobody to do this. Don't you run into Elijah had wives. I'm going to get me some. Don't you do that. You probably can't take care of the one you got. So you better first take care of the one you have. If you're faithful over little, maybe God one day will make you ruler. Now, Sister June Muhammad and her son, Abdullah Yassin Muhammad. Look at her. And look at her, Sister June.
Assalamu alaikum. In the most holy name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, all holy praises are due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds. And in the name of our last and greatest messenger, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, I greet you in the nation's greetings of paradise. Assalamu alaikum. Brothers and sisters, I know it's a pretty hard pill to swallow that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad took on wives. And we're so mundane in our understanding of life. We have to think on a spiritual plane. He came to me when I was very young in a vision. I only saw his form and never his face. But this vision lasted with me until I was a teenager. And then after I heard Islam, the vision became prominent. It began to move. His form became more vivid. And I was worried about this because I couldn't make out his face, just his form. So after I became a wife, I told him about this. And he just smiled. I said, you were that vision that was coming to me when I was very young. And he just smiled. He never confirmed it or denied it. And I just want you to say he was a decent man, upright man. He wasn't lustful or any of those things. You will never get a leader like the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. He's a leader to us all. We're lost without him. I am thankful that Minister Farrakhan gave me this opportunity to do this. I've been knowing Farrakhan for a long time. And we're just like old friends. And I'm really honored that he thought enough of me to invite me out, although I got the message about 1 or 2 days before I came here. And I always felt that I had to defend the messenger. Malcolm was talking to me near the time that he was running and worried about his life being taken. And he said to me that, I asked him, I said, why don't you just submit and tell the messenger that you're sorry. He says, sister, I'm going to be killed. And he says, there's nothing I can do about it. He said, never let a man tell you that he's not afraid to die. He says, I am afraid. And he said it was nothing he could do about it. He was very bitter. He wanted me to go against the messenger with him. He said, if I got you, the messenger would be very hurt. And he was trying to get me to go along with him by stating to me that my life was in danger as well as these other women's life were in danger, and that I should record my domestic affair and give it to him, and he would keep it in safekeeping or give it to a lawyer. And I didn't fall for that. And I just want you to know he was very bitter, and he just couldn't help himself. He had turned against the messenger and chosen another path. And the messenger is the messenger of Allah, and I don't know any immoral thing about that man or this man. He is the greatest, and there is no God but Allah, and the most honorable Elijah Muhammad is his last servant and apostle. I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and the messenger is his messenger. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you. And this is her son, and at last but not least, Sister Tainetta Muhammad, whom you all know and heard from, and her sons from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. This is my assistant minister here in Chicago, and her son Rasul is a brilliant musician and is the minister of Mosque Number 1 in Detroit, Michigan. And now Sister Tainetta Muhammad.
Assalamu alaikum. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, to whom all holy praise is due forever, for raising in our midst the greatest man that we have or will ever know, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And I thank Allah, and I thank the Honorable Elijah Muhammad for raising up this brother, our beloved Minister Louis Farrakhan, for making this day happen. It was through the inspiration of Almighty God Allah that we are 28 years from the time of the assassination of Malcolm, and that Allah put it in the heart of our beloved minister to bring us together in the public to witness to all of you that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is the most noble and virtuous and moral man that you will ever know if you live to be 1,000 or 2,000 years old. Finally, when one of the Prophet's wives was asked about the character of Muhammad, she pointed to this book, the Holy Quran, and she said that Muhammad's character and his morals in essence is the Holy Quran. So I want all of you to ponder over the days to come, the years to come, and make up your mind from this day forward that if we are to be guided into a peaceful and happy world, that we must come together as family and begin to discuss openly our beliefs, our differences, no matter what it may be. But we must know from this day on that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is the messenger of Allah, is a savior for you and I, and he is the exalted Christ. Thank you very much.
Brothers and sisters, may I please ask you, since these sisters have been the victims of slander and evil talk and abuse, and they did nothing wrong but mother children that would be a righteous guides and examples for us, would you please honor them with a standing ovation and say thank you. Thank you, sisters. Thank you, sons and daughters. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Thank you. Thank you. You all come to the house for dinner. Where's my wife? I want you to meet the queen in my castle. This is the sister that helped me to become the man that you see in front of you. And I would never be the kind of man that I am if God didn't bless me with this kind of woman. I thank Allah for my wife and the mother of my 9 children. And we're the grandparents of 23 children. And about to be a great-grandpa. Brothers and sisters, you have been so patient, so wonderful. We thank the satellite company for allowing us to close. And thank you and a happy Savior's Day to you. And I hope that all of my friends and my brothers and sisters, don't go. We're gonna say prayer and we'll be dismissed. Don't run. Take your time. I don't want you to stumble and hurt yourself.